How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and we're going to be talking about SOS and EBON. Yeah, you can see the smile on my face right now. We know how monstrous of a weekend Bitcoin had, and we know that it translated to the performance that we saw on both of these stocks today. So like I normally do in my videos, we're going to be doing a technical analysis on SOS and EBON, and we're also going to be going over the catalyst that SOS had today as well. So let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis on SOS, which ended up having a great day inside the market, being up 23.08% on the day. This is exactly what we've been talking about, what we've been looking forward to. Also taking into consideration how Bitcoin hit a huge milestone over the weekend, but I won't waste any more time. And we also had a catalyst fight. Let's get into it. So we can see right here, we ended up having a gap up in the pre-market, which is what I really love to see. We end up getting up to here, this level here around $7.20. Let me just open it up very quickly. So we end up getting to $7.20, and that was a resistance area for quite some time during the pre-market, all the way leading up to around 9. If we take a look at what the support area was that was holding down fairly well, we saw that we had some support really holding it down here around this $6.80 area. We ended up breaking that level, but also if we take a look as we got later, so going in regards to the time of around 8 o'clock, we had a support level here around $6.61. So now this is where it gets interesting. So going on from now, we see at $6.68 at 9 o'clock, we end up having a strong move, even going into the open, getting up to $8.65. We already know how much this stock has a ton of short interest. It's heavily manipulated, and seeing this type of move is what we really want to see. So this ends up being a clear resistance area here at $8.65. As you can see, we were unable to pass it for the rest of the day. But some other resistance areas that we want to take a look at, we also see that we have a resistance level here around $8.30 as well. This was tested before we hit the high up here, but it is also tested again on multiple occasions. So this 830 area is definitely an important area to keep an eye on, to look out for a breakout, okay? Even as we are in the after hours, it's at $8.14. And after hours high so far, just so far as of this recording, is around $8.26. So something to be aware of. We could also take a look right here. It looks like we have some solid support above $8, and this is exactly what we want to see. We ended up breaking this particular area, as you can see here, from around 140, but at the same time, I definitely do like the way we were able to actually keep in this particular area of price action, as well as respecting it and bouncing off of it. So definitely want to see SOS continue to hold down this $8 area. But again, it moves alongside with Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency market. So please be aware of that. That could change very quickly, okay? We can see here for the most absolute support area, the lowest that we got down here as far as when outside of the beginning, we can see right here is around $7.60. So if we end up having a gap down or we have some downward pressure, this is a support area that I'd love to see hold up, okay? Now, so what I wanted to show you guys originally with the 5-day, 5-minute chart was taking a look at this uptrend that we have going all the way. If we take a look here on March the 9th, we had a low down here, and we can also call this a support area of $5.78. And so far, we've been on the upside as the days have been going forward. We already know there's a ton of short interest in this particular stock. So the fact that the price is continually going up and it's closing higher, this increases the likelihood of getting that squeeze that we are looking for. So please pay attention to this as well. And just taking a look at the 21-day EMA before I sign off here, we're doing a great job as far as staying on that trend. We did break it on a few occasions, but for the most part, if we end up closing above 813, we're still keeping that trend alive, and I'm looking forward to seeing this continue. So we're now on fintel.io just to get a quick update in regards to the short interest and so forth. So right now for SOS, it's around 33%. And the amount of short shares availability is around 3.5 million as well. Also, the borrow fee rate is at 18.17. And let's take a look now. So we could see here as early as March the 12th, we had the 33%. And if we look at all the other dates prior to this, we were at 33.07 back on the 8th. But the fact that we're back to 33.06, which is at the high, I'm definitely looking forward to what it's going to be looking like tomorrow. But it also does show us that there's still more squeeze potential that is left over for SOS. And I definitely do believe we saw a little bit of that today, especially in the morning with the news and as far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency overall performance. All right, so we're now on Yahoo Finance. We're going to go over the catalyst today for SOS. So SOS installs second batch of 5,000 cryptocurrency miners and gives first quarter mining projections. So here we go. So SOS announced today that it has successfully installed its second fleet of 5,000 cryptocurrency mining rigs. Together with its prior fleet of 5,000 mining rigs, the company expects the combined fleet to have the capacity to calculate an average of 353 petahashes per second for mining Bitcoin and 707 gigahashes per second for mining Ether, so Ethereum. These hash rates are subject to numerous factors, including downtime for maintenance, reconfiguration, and other variable factors that may materially impact computing performance in the future. The company also announced that on February 24, 2021, it was awarded its first Bitcoin from successful mining activities. SOS chairman Yangdang Wang commented, "This is a significant milestone for our company. To memorialize this event, SOS is creating a commemorative gold coin that will serve as a tangible representation of our first mined Bitcoin. We anticipate that this will be the first of many future mining successes as we continue to execute our cryptocurrency mining strategy." The company's board of directors also commissioned an independent review of the company's cryptocurrency mining activities. As a part of the review, payments from multiple mining pools were traced to SOS through the public Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain ledgers. The review also validated SOS's control over certain electronic wallets and that the rate of Bitcoin and Ethereum payouts received in those wallets was generally consistent with the expected productivity of the company's deployed fleet based on its hash rate capacity. The company expects to generate at least 41 Bitcoins and 909 Ethereum in the first quarter of 2021 based on various assumptions relating to downtime for its fleet, worldwide hash power, and other operating conditions. SOS Chief Financial Officer Stephen Lai elaborated, "These expected mining results reflect only a partial quarter of operations since our current fleet of mining rigs was only recently installed during the first quarter. Our output should grow in the future quarters as we receive and install our third batch of mining rigs and have a full quarter of operations for our current rigs." So this is good in regards to the stock price and so forth, and it definitely had an impact on what we saw today. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis on EBON, which ended up having a solid day inside the market, being up 8.56% on the day. We had an idea that this was going to happen considering the fact that Bitcoin had quite the run over the weekend. So a lot of the cryptocurrency stocks were able to benefit from this. One of the things I love seeing in a chart is having a nice gap up, as you can see here where we closed the market around this $10.30 range and gapping up today, coming into that $11.75 range. If we take a look at the resistance area in regards to the pre-market, it was around $12.55. Now, we want to take a look at some of the other resistance areas. So we had at $12.55. We also had another resistance here at $12.32. We had another resistance area here right at $12. And those are the ones that I seem to be like the most significant and also to keep an eye on, because these are psychological areas in regards to taking a look at what happens in regular trading hours. So if we take a look right here, we can see for a good amount of time, this support level here around this $11.40 area held up for a little bit, but as we got closer in towards the regular trading hours, you can see right here from 7:55 a.m. we end up getting to a low down here to $10.59. So that ended up being a support area that we tested, and we're able to rebound from that. So now, as we get right into the open, we have a strong move, as you can see by the size of this green candle. And we end up having some sell-offs, but the good thing is, it seems like we were able to have some support area in this $11.80 range. So after it tested it a few times in the beginning, and this is all the way up to leading till 10, so for almost 30 minutes, we end up having this strong move to $12.71. But of course, you'd be able to catch this move here at $12.60. So that was definitely an area of resistance to pay attention to. And it's also interesting seeing that this was also an area of resistance back inside the pre-market as well. So as we can see right here, as far as the lows that we have tested, we see that we have some strong support here at $10.94 today, which is something to be aware of. We also see this support area gets improved, and it's actually holding it right now inside the after hours at $11.13. So just seeing EBON close above that would be really, really great to see. If we end up having a gap down and so forth, like I said, this runs with Bitcoin, it runs with the cryptocurrency and so forth. Like predictable gap down could be around the $10.60 range, but it could be lower than that. So I would definitely look for it to actually be holding down the support here around $10.20. That's just assuming we have a worst case scenario and it's not moving to the upside. If we're looking forward to some if we're looking forward for some upward movement, you can see right here, and this is actually a resistance area going on from 1 o'clock all the way up till the close of the day is around this 1140. So gapping up or getting above that 1140 area can really set us up nicely so we can start getting into that 1160. All right. So what I want to show you guys very quickly is just kind of spread out the chart as far as over 5 days. So you can see we have some upward movement going. So I'm definitely loving what I am seeing. Like I said, those stimulus checks are going to be going into circulation. A lot of people are getting their checks on the 17th. A lot of people have to deposit the money into these brokers as well. So I'm definitely still bullish on the fact that we're going to be seeing a run on Bitcoin sometime throughout this week and so forth moving forward. So we're going to be taking a look at the short interest for EBON. As you can see right here, it is now at 33%. And now if we go even further, we see the amount of short shares availability as of March the 15th. We have 3.9 million. Short borrow fee rate is around 11%. So taking a look at the prior days and so forth, you can see we are definitely at a high. And it's part of the things that we want to see, because that does give us the advantage knowing that there is some squeeze potential here, especially if Bitcoin begins to start running. So overall, this is what I love to see from both of these companies that are in the cryptocurrency space. When Bitcoin is moving, they're going to be moving. So as far as for the rest of this week, like I said, many people don't have the opportunity to spend their stimulus checks as of yet. I know many of you are actually going to be getting your check on Wednesday. I know many of you have to wait a day or two to actually get the money into your brokers so you can actually start investing with it. So taking this all into consideration and knowing that that stimulus is going to be coming out in increments throughout this week, also next week, and the more spending, I definitely do believe that Bitcoin is going to be revisiting that 60K range. I have no doubt in my mind, whether it happens this week or on the weekend, I definitely do believe it's going to reclaim that 60K area, and it's going to reclaim it very, very soon once this stimulus starts getting into wide circulation inside the United States. So any of these particular crypto plays will be great to keep an eye on. Make sure you keep it on your watch list. If you're not in some of these plays already, which I've already mentioned, then hey, you might want to take a look at those support and resistance areas that we've been covering and see if you want to put in a position for yourself. And of course, that comes with the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know that you're doing it at your own risk. And just to finish this up, I must say it's good to see what I'm seeing from SOS. I know they've been through so much as of late as far as being attacked by shorts and so forth, but hey, they're investing, they're receiving their batches as far as their mining rigs, and that's what we want to see. Peace.